You recently did that endurance race. How did that go for you?
Exceptional. Yeah, we entered a 6 hour endurance race at Mount Panorama, Bathurst, which I can only imagine most people around the world are familiar with that racetrack, despite it being in the Southern Hemisphere. I would say it's one of the iconic tracks. And originally I had nothing to do with this guy two people actually used to work for me at my old business. One of them I'm still very good friends with. They put together a deal to basically go over there and race. They purchased the car, the Twitter 86, that won its class the previous year. So something that had, a run on the board. It was a proven performer. And halfway through, one of the three hit some financial snags and basically couldn't commit. So I got sort of rung up as the alternate, which wasn't very hard to twist my arm. We grew up here in New Zealand watching V8 supercars and that iconic track. I remember watching the R32 Skyline GTR when that was running in the Group A championship, and watching the likes of Peter Brock and all of those top drivers standing on the podium. So yeah, I'm in 100%. Probably 200-300 laps later on iRacing in the GR86, and we're over there. And yeah, I mean, it's insane, that track. We're in a car with 60 horsepower, I guess. So going up Mountain Straight, which feels like it's just about vertical, feels like it's taking you about 5 minutes, and you're getting passed by all these faster class cars. But once you got that sort of thing wound up over the top of the mountain, winding between these walls, very unforgiving track, very little room for error. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. And we came away with second in class, which, I mean, we went there with the aim of being competitive, but since that car won its class the previous year in 2024, they'd made a rule change allowing the GR86 to enter our class D as well, which on paper should have won hands down. Bigger engine, so 2.4 litre, more power, better final drive, so very restricted in this class as to what you can and can't do. So better final drive, which suited Bathurst better. I didn't even use sixth gear in my stint. And wider tyre, I think, as well. So yeah, basically everything was a tick in the box that this car should have dominated. And I ended up jumping in the car second. Dave, who started it, had taken us from up to P4 in class. I managed to pass two cars in my 2-hour stint for position, so got us up to P2. And then Chris jumped in, our final driver. We're circulating in P2. I think we dropped down to P3 as one of these GR86s passed us, but the car that was winning had a water pump belt fail. And I'm guessing it was maybe just after they'd gone past the pit entrance, so they had to do a full lap to get back to the pits, and by the time they'd done that, the engine was toast. So we kind of inherited P2. Got a little scary. There was a safety car with about 5 minutes to run, and P3 was directly, I think, one car behind us, and it was like a qualifying lap sprint to the end, and Chris brought it home. So P2, standing on that podium, just insane experience, and just savouring that last lap where I knew fuel light was on, I had to pit. Going across the top of that mountain was just something I'll never forget. But then you sort of think, well, do we go back and have another crack next year? There's only one more step in the podium to go up and plenty of opportunities to go back down. So yeah, bit torn. Kind of definitely tick that one off the bucket list though.